As they heard about the evacuation and internment of Japanese on the West Coast, the Japanese living east of the Columbia River feared they would also be evacuated.
My dad was wondering what we should throw out and what to bring, and he was thinking already in that terms.
All of us here in the Japanese here in town thought we would be evacuated. They were talking about evacuation. So we prepared for that. Then stories drifted out somewhere in the mid part of the state of Washington would be the cutoff point for anybody living in the interior. They would not be evacuated.
Much of the same discrimination toward the Japanese and minorities in general existed in Spokane and inland cities as it did on the West Coast.
I used to walk into restaurants and they'd wait on me. I used to see signs on these restaurants, a couple of them here in town, no colored signs. Although we went to eat a lot of Chinese food, a couple of these places indicated that they were not interested in serving Japanese, Niseis, or the Japanese population. And stories used to go around town that if they ever came into our restaurant, they would spit into our food.
With more and more Japanese moving inland, especially to Spokane, the native Japanese community worried that the increased population would cause the government to evacuate them too.
The people on the coast had an opportunity to voluntarily relocate, and they moved into Spokane. And I think my mother and dad were talking, it says, I don't know why they're moving here. They're liable to move them out of here again. But so there was this kind of concern.
A lot of the people felt that when we came from Seattle, that the Japanese here were kind of afraid that they might be evacuated too, if too many of us came. So they weren't too glad to see us here.
Although there was worry that the evacuees would bring more attention to the inland Japanese community, the evacuees and the native inland Japanese became intertwined through the activities they participated in and the mutual friends they made during the war years in eastern Washington.